It looks like a Burlington coat factory and a JCPenney went into a Walmart and it blew up. That's what it looks like. But my daughter's 14 now. She's a teenager, and that's changing things. Teenagers are just, I don't know how to deal with them. I try to figure out what she thinks is cool and everything. Like what she likes to do now is go to Starbucks. Like Starbucks is a big deal. That's where teenagers want to go hang out. And she makes me take her there every morning before school to get breakfast. And she has a very specific order. I had to write it down. This is what she has me get her every day at Starbucks. She wants a cage-free, egg white only breakfast sandwich with extra crisp turkey bacon on a gluten-free ciabatta bread, buttered on one side and lightly toasted with a side of chilled sriracha, a caramel frappuccino with a cookie straw. You know what I got for breakfast when I was a kid? Bagged cereal. That's what I got. You know the stuff on the bottom shelf, you didn't even have to open it because it already had mouse holes chewed in it. Remember that stuff? You know how hard it is to do a maze on the back of a bag of cereal? Your pen keeps poking through. You can't get the rabbit to the cheese. It's frustrating. We only had two kinds. We had Tastios and circus balls. That's all you could get, Tastios and circus balls. Mom's like, do you want circus balls? I'm like, I don't think so. I'll have Tastios, thank you. And on her birthday this year, when she turned 14, we got her a puppy. Now, it's not good enough anymore to get a kid a puppy. You can't just give him a puppy. That doesn't work. You gotta have a puppy party. I mean, she's got to invite all her giggly little girlfriends over, and they all got to bring their puppies. And we went to this big outdoor dog park called Taj Mahal. I spent $145 on doggy cupcakes. Not cupcakes shaped like a doggy, cupcakes for the dogs. You know what I got for my birthday when I was 14? I got a burnt cake in a metal pan with white frosting, and my mom had decorated it with my Hot Wheels cars that I already owned. And one of them I watched the dog poop out the day before in the yard. Cup of Kool-Aid, happy birthday, James. Happy birthday. I think the hardest part, though, is like going to the mall with her. That's what she likes to do, too. She likes to go shopping. And I take her to the mall, and, you know, I try to spoil her a little bit because I'm gone all the time. First thing we do when we get to the mall is we go to the cookie store. We get like $35 worth of cookies, which is 2. And then she likes to go clothes shopping. So we go to this store called Forever 21. You ever been in this store? Oh, my goodness. It's a store for teenagers, and it's run by teenagers, and it is a mess. It's just a disaster. It looks like a Burlington coat factory and a JCPenney went into a Walmart and it blew up. That's what it looks like. I tripped over a hoodie pile going into the place. My daughter comes up with this shirt. I'm like, are you gonna get that? She's like, no, and she just threw it on the floor. I'm like, hey, put that back where you got it. She's like, that is where I got it. I'm like, all right. I'm like, look, what are we even doing in this store? What do you want? She goes, I need some distressed jeans. I'm like, what? Distressed? She's like, yeah, they already got holes in them. They're distressed. I'm like, why do you want jeans that already got holes in them? She's like, they're cool. I'm like, okay, remember that when I buy you your first car. Some of them don't have headlights and bumpers. It's already got dents in it. It's distressed. It's cool. Hope you like your 86 Tempo. There you go. The big problem I'm having is she doesn't talk much, but she definitely don't listen much. Teenagers don't listen. She don't listen to her mom, and she don't listen to me. The only thing she listens to is rap music. Seriously, rap song will come out, she'll know all the words by the end of the day. I feel like the only way I can talk to her is rap. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? I'm your father, you're my daughter. You like shopping, I like bargains. I like buying value meals. Where's my coupon? Kid, I'm starving. I turn up my Nirvana and you roll your eyes so hard. You like going to the mall to put charges on my card. You like Dora, now Sephora, and wearing distressed pants. Sometimes I gotta ground you when you do what I say you can't. They call me dad, daddy, papa, father, chaperone, potty stopper, older than a rocking chair, butt crack showing, losing my hair. Turn off YouTube, go to your room, book report on Wednesday is due. I'm cooking dinner as fast as I can. We're broke this week, we're having some spam. Yeah. Something like that. I got the money moves. Well, good to be here. Provo, Utah, home of the Provo, Utah. Here we are, everybody. We're here. Oh, it's good to be here. I can't say much. I live in Kansas. I'm James. I'm from Kansas. Take a good look. This is what we look like. Got all dressed up tonight for you. This is my new shirt. My dad gave me this last week. It's ugly, but it was free. My dad works out of old folks' home. Every week some old dude dies, and I get a whole bunch of new stuff. It's kind of good. Sometimes I'll sneak up behind them. Boo! I'll take the shoes. I'll take the shoes. The shoes. I need a new watch. That's what I need. I was over at Walmart yesterday. I was going to buy a watch. I got money. You guys ever not buy something because they talk it up too much, like it makes you suspicious, like they're trying to get rid of it? It was like a $12 Timex piece of junk. The kid kept talking to me about it, telling me all the stuff it did. He's like, oh, it lights up blue. It was the last thing he told me. He's like, this watch is water resistant to 30 meters. I was like, 30 meters? That's pretty deep. That's deep. That's like 98 feet. Let me tell you something. I'm ever 98 feet underwater. I know what time it is. It's time for some air. That's what time it is. I mean, what good is that? I can look over and go, well, I drowned at 4:30. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's probably how I'll die, too. Drowning, something dumb like that. My guardian angel has that attention deficit stuff. She ain't watching me. Has anybody been to Kansas? Anybody ever been to Kansas? Yeah, a couple of you. Good. All right, well, good. And you ain't missing much if you haven't been. Nobody knows nothing about my state, you know? Everywhere I go, people are like, Kansas, huh? How's Dorothy? You know? She's dead, so quit bringing that up. It's depressing. And her little dog, too. I live in a little tiny town in Kansas, a little town called Paola. It's a typical small town. You guys have seen them. You got your town square in the middle with the gazebo and everything. I was up on the square the other day with my daughter, and we ran into our new preacher, and he just moved there, so he was lost. He's looking for the grocery store. So I told him how to get there, and he was like, well, hey, you two stop by the church on Sunday. I'll help you get to heaven. I was like, man, you can't find the grocery store. You can't have it. You can't find Price Chopper. What are you talking about? Aim a little high there, Padre, don't you think? Maybe heaven? I don't know. I'm just surprised I even made it up here. I drove here from Kansas. I'm surprised I made it in my car. Anybody else drive a piece of junk car? Yeah. I saw a few of them out front. I know you're in here. I saw a couple of them. Well, don't feel bad if you're driving junk. I bet you got me beat. I'm driving one of them 70s station wagons with the wood paneling on the side. Oh, yeah, chicks dig it. You've seen those cars, got the wood paneling, and it blows this blue smoke all the time. I call it Puff the Tragic Wagon. It's a piece of junk. I drove through a snowstorm in Colorado coming here. I found out my windshield wipers have 2 speeds, off and smear. That's what I got, off and smear. It's always broke down. I have to ride with people a lot. I rode with my dad about a week ago. You guys ever want to find out if your dad's getting old? Take a ride with him. I'm not kidding you. My dad's in the fast lane on the highway going 38. You know, he's chain smoking Camels with the windows up. I'm like, thanks, dude. I'll have a tumor time we get to Target. This is awesome. Could you crack it? I love my dad. He's a good guy, but he is hard to ride with. We can't even agree on a radio station in the car. You know, like my dad likes rock and roll, but he don't like my rock and roll. He likes oldies. You know, he likes Elvis. You guys remember Elvis, that big fat dude from the 70s? Elvis. That's the way I remember him. I don't remember the young, cool Elvis. I just remember the big banana sandwich bloated Elvis. That's what I remember. My dad loves Elvis. He don't even think he's dead yet. He don't. He thinks he's on some island out there with Bigfoot and a bunch of chicks or something. And he hates my music. He's always complaining. He's like, I don't understand all this screaming rock and roll stuff you listen to. Okay, Dad, you want to explain Shamalama Ding Dong to me? What is that? You know, how messed up you got to be to write Papa Meow Meow, Papa Meow Meow, Papa Meow Meow. Okay, just settle down, chubby checker. You're scaring the dog, all right? Yeah. When I talked to the producers of Dry Bar, they said, come up here and we want you to have a good time. Just remember this is a family show. And I said, okay, but you don't know my family, so it's gonna get weird tonight. My sister, I don't see my sister much. My sister only lives like an hour north of me, but I don't go see my sister because we don't have nothing in common. She's a cop. Any cops here before I go on with this little speech? Any cops? You cop? You cop? You got a cop haircut, dude. I see you sitting there. You cop? You cop? Any undercover cops? You raise your hand, you're not very good at it. Just want you to know that. Hey, look, if you're a cop and you're in here, I'm not going to pick on you. A lot of comedians pick on the police, you know, but hey, I like your show. No. I've been on it twice. You might not recognize me. I got my shirt on. I ain't bleeding tonight, but I do like that show. You guys realize that show Cops has been on for like 25 years? It's always on. If you go home tonight and flip the channels long enough, it's on some station. It's always on. And I can't pass it up to this day. I still get sucked in by that stupid theme song. That bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm gonna lock the door and hide in the closet. That's what I do every time you guys show up here. That's a stupid question, officer. But I don't pick on cops because I got cops in my family. Well, I got criminals in my family too. We keep each other busy. It's a pretty good deal. Well, yeah, my sister's a cop. Well, she's not a real cop. Like, she answers the 911 line, okay? She's like a dispatcher. But she wants to be a real cop on the streets with a gun. I said, don't do that. That's dangerous, you know? Not really for her, for the public. My sister's nuts. But, I was home a couple weeks ago, and she called me up. She said, are you in town? I said, yeah. She said, well, come to the police station and get me. I'll buy lunch. So I drove up there to get some free food. She gets me out of the car when I get there and starts to introduce me to all her cop friends. And I've never talked to cops before when they weren't, you know, giving me a ride. And they were cool. I met her sergeant, this big guy, Sergeant Wilson. He was nice, but he was cross-eyed. I'd hate to get pulled over by that guy. Like, both of you get out of the car. Shoot him first. You know? I clocked you going 8,080 miles an hour, you guys. You and that guy, you were drag racing. If you're cross-eyed, I'm sorry. I don't want somebody going, hey, 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 hey. Okay. It can't be all bad being cross-eyed. There's got to be a good part to it. You get a great poker hand. They got 8 4s. That'd be kind of awesome. Anyway. So, yeah. And my brother, me and my brother don't get along too good. We've been fighting ever since we were kids. I remember one day, me and my brother got in a fight in the front yard of our house. And my brother picked up a 2x4 and he threw it at my head. He did. And I ducked and it went over my head and it went through the plate glass window in the front of the house. And my dad came out and my brother got grounded for throwing the board and I got grounded for ducking. I got grounded for ducking, you guys. I got grounded for ducking. I guess I should have just... Yeah. I hope you guys have a good time tonight. I really do. I want you to have fun. But if you don't, you know, I get the same $40 no matter how this goes, so it don't matter. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be back on dry land, to be honest with you. My manager decided it was a good idea for me to go try comedy on cruise ships, okay? Some of these cruise ships have comedy clubs on them now. I'm not supposed to say the name of the cruise line I work for on stage here for legal reasons, but it rhymes with carnival. It's pretty neat. They sent me some cool places last year. They sent me to France. Yeah, I went to France. And my little redneck butt did not belong in France. That was stupid. First off, it's like a 10-hour flight just to get there. I get over there, I'm in Paris, man. I'm in the Charles de Gaulle airport. It's a beautiful airport, but I'm starving. I'm looking for food. All the signs are in that French talk stuff. I finally found a place serving food, but the kid working there doesn't speak English. Now I gotta speak French. I'm like, El Burgero, dude. You know, come on. French fries, you invented them, stupid. Find some. Lay hungry. American. I'm gonna twist your little mustache off, Pierre. Find some fries. I went to Croatia. I didn't even know Croatia was a place. I never heard of it. I thought it was like a foot disease medicine or something. Hey, you got Tedder? Ask your doctor about Croatia. I thought that's what it was. I've been busy here, too, in the States. I've been busy since Christmas. Christmas, I went down to Tennessee to see my cousin. We had a good time. I brought him some magazines at the jail there and everything. And then, but on the way home, like I always do, I get yanked out of line for one of these advanced screenings they do. You know, after 9/11, now they want to frisk everybody. And I'm not saying it was illegal, but this lady got pretty touchy-feely with me. She ran her hand up my thigh, she touched my butt. If there'd been some mistletoe hanging there, me and that girl might still be dating. I'm not kidding. And it made me mad because about a week later, I found out they don't even have TSA at the Greyhound station. Now just some weirdo with a plastic badge being a freak in Chattanooga. I feel violated. Speaking of dating, I'm single, ladies. If any of you ladies tonight are single and you ain't got no self-esteem or nothing, let me know. Get some ginger ale, play some Farmville, whatever you want to do. I hate being single. I don't even like the word single. I mean, what else is single? Slice of cheese. I broke down about a week ago. I got on that eharmony.gov or whatever, and that might have been the wrong website. Had a bunch of paperwork and parallel park. I'm like, where's the chicks? There's a lot of red tape on these government sites. Oh. I've never been good with asking women out. First girl I ever asked out, I was in 7th grade. There was this girl named Allison that I wanted to take to a movie. And I was scared to call her, and my mom gave me a pep talk, believe it or not. My mom says, you call her up, and you be confident, and you be polite, and you ask her to go see a movie, and you remember, if she says no to you, it's her loss. I said, okay, I'll do it. So I called her up, and I said, hi, Allison, this is James. I'd like to take you to a movie this weekend, and if you don't want to go, it's your loss. My mom's like, no, you don't say that out loud. Stupid child. I go out with about any girl as long as she's nice to me. I don't like snobby girls. I don't like girls acting like they know more than me, even if they do. I went out with this rich chick one time. I knew she had money. She went to college and everything. She took me to the art gallery, starts explaining all the artists to me, like I don't know any artists. I'm like, I know a Mozart when I see one, dummy. I know a Pablo Escobar when I'm staring at one. You ever been on a blind date? You ever do that? Go out with somebody you never even seen before. My buddy Brian set me up on a blind date one time. This was a long time ago. This was back when that show Twilight was on. Remember that Twilight with all the vampire people? And this girl showed up at the restaurant, and I'd never seen her. And she showed up, and she had on the black eyeliner and the pale makeup and the dark dress, and I'm a vampire. I was like, okay, you're a vampire. But she was brushing her hair in a mirror. You can't do that, stupid. Vampires can't see things in the mirror. You ain't even real, faker. You ought to read up on this if you're gonna act it out in public, dummy. She left me. Well, most girls in my life have left me. I'm not a jerk or anything. I'm just hard to date, you know. I travel too much. Girls don't want a guy that's never around. But it's not that women leave me. It's the guys they leave me for. That's what bugs me. They always leave me for these big dudes, these big muscly guys. Big dude like you, big cookie eating. You know, those guys. Not you, them. Not you. You're cool. Start the truck. All right, I was just joking there, buddy. All right. But they do. They always leave me for these big, strong dudes, and I'm a wimp. So when that happened, I got real jealous. I went straight to the mall, to the health food store, and I got a big jar of that muscle powder stuff, and I was going to work out and buff up and get big, and I got home, and I couldn't get the lid off my muscle. Had to call a new boyfriend to come twist that stuff open for me. I'm gonna kick your butt in 7 to 12 weeks. You're dead. You're dead. And I found that as I get older, it's harder to date people because you get older, you get set in your ways, you know? There's things about you aren't gonna change for nobody. Like, here's something weird I do in bed. Don't get ahead of me, it's not what you think. Family show. In bed at night, I like to sleep with an open bag of Cheetos right next to me. I do. They have to be there. I don't even have to open my eyes. I know they're there. I just reach in, I get one, and they're crunchy, and they make my dreams better, okay? I love them. But it's women, too. Women end up doing crazy stuff that you never... One girl, my last girlfriend, she used to sleep on her face. On the pillow, like, not on the side, her face in the pillow. I'm like, who just sleeps with their face? I'm like, why do you sleep like that? She's like, well, I don't want someone to stab me in the heart in the middle of the night. I'm like, well, stay out of the Cheetos and that won't happen. But I'm just like everyone else in this room, honestly. I want to be in love with somebody, you know? Who's in love tonight? Let's hear it if you're in love with somebody. Let's hear it. Good. Oh, man, that's good. That's awesome. A lot of love in the room. A couple of you looking at each other like, you gonna clap? I ain't gonna clap. If you ain't gonna clap, you better clap. I'm paying for these cheese sticks, Dave. Clap. Got a little weird for a few of you. Sorry about that. Well, good for you if you love somebody. Or better yet, if somebody loves you. You know, because love's a weird emotion. I think love's like the weirdest emotion we have as people. Same emotion will make you buy a girl a dozen roses, will make you throw a brick through her windshield. It's like, I love you, but I will leave you at Waffle House if I have to. Oh, I will smother and cover you, Cheryl. I will. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, but I'm not trying to complain up here. I've had some good relationships. I was with a girl for 8 years. It didn't work out, but we had a baby. I'm a proud father. We got any other dads tonight? Any dads in the room? Dads? Ooh, a lot of dads. All right. How many of you got here, buddy? 5. 5. Wow, okay. Glad you could make it out tonight. 5. That's cool. You like being a dad, don't you? It's awesome. Did you go in the delivery room when your kids are born? Yeah, they make you do that now. I'll tell you what, I didn't really want to go in there. I mean, I wanted to be there with her. I wanted to hold her hand and support her. But I can't even watch those shows on TV that show the whole birth process. Dude, I had my eyes covered up in there. It even sounds weird in there. There's a lot of grunting noises. There's a lot of squishy sounds. It sounds like somebody lifting weights in a swamp. It's like, it was good. It was sick. Just, it was nasty. It was gross. I tell you what freaked me out. There's a lot of people in a delivery room. Some of you may not know that. There's a lot of people in the room, isn't there? I wasn't ready for that. I thought there'd be some privacy in there, like a doctor and a nurse and the door shut. No, door's wide open, people roam in and out the whole time. She's got her legs up in them stirrups. Some dude in the corner leaning on a mop, eating a ham sandwich. 7th grade field trip strolls through. Some dude on a Shriner's bike selling Shasta. Where'd he find Shasta? There's too many people in there. I don't know. Oh, a drink. Whew. I guess I'll leave you guys tonight with some words of wisdom. Something I've learned in my life that might help you guys with your lives. Call before you dig. I guess that's a good one. I don't know. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I don't know. You're on your own. No, I say be good to your kids if you have them, or if you're gonna have them someday. And I'm sorry if I talked about my daughter too much tonight. My manager told me, he's like, don't talk a lot about your kid on stage, because people that don't have kids don't care, and people that do have kids are trying to forget them for a couple hours, and I understand it. She's awesome. I just don't know what I'm doing with her, you guys. I'm a single dad. I don't know how to raise a little girl. I don't know how to raise a kid, but I don't think anybody does, you know? When you have your first kid, you don't know what you're doing. You gotta look stuff up, Google things, ask your family and friends. Shoot, my buddy Brian had a kid way before me. He used to get so desperate he'd come ask me advice. Yeah. He comes up one summer, he's like, dude, my son just flunked 3rd grade. I don't know how to tell my son he's gonna get held back a year. I'm like, well, I guess you better tell him slow so a little moron will get it. You know what? What'd you mess up your turkey? How'd you do that, stupid? It's 3rd grade. All you do is glue macaroni to stuff and don't poop. It's not hard. That was mean, I guess, but... You know what? Maybe that kid, maybe he doesn't like school. You know, and I understand that. I hated school. I never did like it. I got picked on a lot when I was little. I think it's how I wound up doing this. I started trying to be funny in school so people wouldn't, hit me all the time. Because I remember when it started, for me, it was 4th grade, because in 4th grade, I had a real bad speech impediment. I couldn't say my aw's, Yeah, the letter aw. So they put me in the hallway with this speech therapist lady. In the hallway, where every girl who went to the bathroom got to see me going, aw, 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 wabbit, 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 wabbit. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Rachel Robinson. And there was only one other kid in the whole school that had a speech problem. His name was Steven, and he couldn't say his S's, and I hated that kid, man. We'd fight every day. He's like, shut up, stupid. I'm like, whatever, loser. I'm gonna kick your butt at recess. You're laughing. That's a true story. That's true. But my daughter's doing good in school, though. She's doing good. Like, she's doing good in math. That's good for me. Like, she's really good at math. She gets that from her mom. Her mom's real good at math. I know her mom's good at math because every month she tells me what I owe her, and she's never off by a penny. I'll tell you what, she can do math. I don't know. She's a good kid, but she's a smart aleck, and she's going to get in trouble if she don't start watching her mouth. She's always been that way, even when she was a kid. One day I was signing her up for school. This isn't a joke. This really happened. I was on my laptop. I'm looking at all the school supplies I got to buy on the computer, and she's across the room playing. She can't see what I'm doing on the computer, and I'm looking at all the stuff I got to pay for, and I go, man, why are kids so expensive? She's like, you're buying kids online? I'm like, dude, I'm about to sell one. I'm going to put you on Craigslist cheap. I guess I've learned like one thing about raising kids. I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, if you got a couple presents on your birthday or Christmas, that was a good day. We didn't have a lot of money. This last year, we had a big family get-together. There was like 50 kids running around. It looked like someone bought a toy store and just went, there you go. The kids had to take a break from opening stuff. They're like, we're tired. We can't go on with the juice box right now. I needed a break. And that's good. I mean, kids should have a good birthday or Christmas, but don't give them every little thing they ask for. Because I swear, these kids opened up these presents, you see the magic in their eyes, and they're happy for about an hour. An hour later on Christmas Day, they're walking around going, we're bored on Christmas. You know what my parents would have told me and my brother and sister if we just said we were bored on Christmas Day? They just sat us down, looked us in the eye, and went, look, we bought you Power Rangers, Etch-a-Sketch, 3 big wheels, erector sets, Rubik's Cubes, Army Men, a toy dump truck, a sit and spin, action figures, dominoes, we enrolled your butt in Weebelows, storybooks on your shelf, a baby doll that wets itself, a fishing pole, a racetrack, a brand new swing set out and back, roller skates that you've worn twice, a plastic city from Fisher-Price, a pogo stick, a BB gun, Nintendo games by the ton, a catcher's mitt, Hot Wheels, and all that stuff from Happy Meals, a skateboard and a puppy dog, Legos, blocks, and Lincoln Logs. You got more stuff than any kid. You got more stuff than I ever did. So sit your little butt down and figure it out before I give you something you can really cry about. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for coming out.